How exactly did Marvel Studios decide which characters would appear in the post-credit scene for Marvel's Shang-Chi? Well, as it turns out, it's not as complex as one might think, but it's also not as easy as one might think, because it does have to make some logical sense. You can't just have Iron Man show up and not explain it. I mean, the script wasn't written by WB, come on. Oh look, angry people can't take a joke. So this news comes at us from a recent interview with Cinema Blend by the producer of Marvel's Shang-Chi, who is Jonathan Schwartz, and he was specifically asked about the cameos and the characters that appear in Shang-Chi, and specifically the end credit scenes. And he said that when it came to figuring out who exactly would fit into that post-credit scene, that first and foremost, the scene was locked in very early on in production and what they were going to do with it. And then they started having a conversation with the director, with Kevin Feige, and what the future would hold in regards to what they were planning. So when it came to the shutdowns and how they were approaching going back for new shoots, moving locations and everything, they said that if you look at it, there was schedule changes that could have affected everything, but that wasn't really the issue. So right there from the very early start, they knew we wanted to include this character and that character, and can we make this possible? And they figured, well, we can, because if you look at how they're going to appear in the scene, it's not that hard to pull off. It's really not a problem for them. So they were able to go in there, obviously just add them in as holograms after they shot it, and make the scene work because it wasn't the most elaborate thing ever. It wasn't complex to do, and that they chose those characters because they fit the story that they wanted to tell, and also kind of tease the bigger connection, if you will. Because you have the Hulk, which obviously he's still an Avenger, but then you have Captain Marvel, and even she realizes that this thing is big. Like, I don't even know what this is, so we'll get back to this at some point down the road. And I think that works in their favor, because it's the little scenes like that that really make people care about everything in the Marvel universe and how everything is connected, instead of loosely sort of mentions things but doesn't address them. Like, this will be important, and that's why it's the mid-credit scene leading into the post-credit scene, because it's all there. It's all connected. It has the ability to be explored down the road, and it will. So ultimately, for them, it really worked out. Even with the shutdowns, they could get everything done and still have their vision not be compromised, which, honestly, I completely forgot that this film was affected by shutdowns, which, is just a testament to the film and the director and what they were able to pull off with moving locations and literally having to rebuild entire sets in a new country.